Can you tell us a little bit about the buck you called the Warhorse?
Oh, he was a beauty. Yeah, he was a beautiful deer. He had twin scissors on the back tines. Both those, one was an 8-inch point. I could pull a picture and show you, but he's in that book.
Yep.
But the fork on one side surpassed the next upright. It come off the back tine and it went past the next one a couple of inches. Mm-hmm. And both bases had finger-length spikes.
Really?
Yeah, beautiful. And, twin forks, had another fork over here. But he's a 177 plus, nearly 178 buck. I outsmarted that deer, not once but twice. But I was by myself. It was December I believe the 4th. Yeah, it was December. No, it could have been the 3rd, but I think it was the 4th. I went from an area north of there, straight down a fence line, open country, and hit the brush in the evening, late afternoon, about 4 or 5 in the evening. And they had cleared that fence line. It was a new fence. There was brush piles that they pushed live oak into, and there was a big stand of brush, and I really made a mistake by getting beside it, but I thought it'd make good cover, but it just happened to be that's where the deer came from. Mm-hmm. The bottom he lived in and guarded was just down below there, 400 yards. And I had a flex cord, curly cord onto my spotlight, wired into the motorcycle battery in my backpack. I want to do some night hunting. And so I'm tied to the pack. And I took the pack off, sat down, and I rattled. And I mean, just right up behind that brush pile and just stop. Well, he's looking at me through the brush, but I can't see him. I don't have 100% guarantee it was him, but I know it was him in my mind because he was guarding that bottom below there. I know it was him. And while I was trying to figure out what to do, I wanted to get loose from the pack so I could step past that brush pile and peek through a hole or just see him as he left and try to get a shot. I knew it had to be a big deer. He just froze on me. So seconds turned into minutes when I reached in my pocket, got my knife out, cut that flex cord to free me from the backpack. And I took a few steps past him. When I got where I could see all the way around that brush pile, he was gone. I never heard him make a sound leaving. A big buck can do that. That little one will trample out of there and make noise. A big buck knows how to set his foot down on soft sand all the way out, and he left without making a sound. It wasn't windy. I could have heard anything at all, and he just disappeared. Well, I was sick. I went, that is a monster. So I made up my mind to just go right back up that fence line and hold in that brush and sleep there that night. And the next day I was going to go back after him and circle with the wind in my favor and come into that bottom at a different angle, and that's what I did. And I got down into that bottom, and I knew I was about 400 yards from where I'd rattled him up the evening before. And I hit the horns first time nothing happened. And I hit them real loud and hard again about 2 minutes later and set them down. And as I was just starting to set them down, I could see him. He was just leaping these 20-yard bounds over knockdown, fall out of the treetops from hurricane years. And he saw me in midair. When he saw me in midair, I knew he saw me because he looked right at me and he just stuck a landing right behind another brush pile that knocked down. He was peering at me right through that hole. And, man, I put the scope on him then. I'm on one knee, had a perfect rest, sitting against a big live oak. And, I mean, we're eye to eye. I'm looking at him through the scope, and he's looking right at me. And, I mean, I got to take the shot. He goes, he's gone. I got to take the shot. I followed down through his neck with the crosshairs, and I got where I could just see the shoulder area through the blur. He reared up on his back legs and then just shot out of there.